Hey guys, my name is Nora Franch, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessed Mess Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. We're reading from A Day at a Time. It's the excerpt for May 4th. Here we go. Getting over years of suspicion and other self-protective mechanisms can hardly be an overnight process. We've become thoroughly conditioned to feeling and acting misunderstood and unloved, whether we really were or not. Some of us may need time and practice to break out of our shell and the seemingly comfortable familiarity of solitude. Even though we begin to believe and know we're no longer alone, we tend to sometimes feel and act in the old ways. Am I taking it easy? Am I learning to wear the program in life like a loose garment? Today I pray. May I expect no sudden, total reversal of all my old traits. My sobriety is just a beginning. May I realize that the symptoms of my disease will wear off gradually. If I slip back, now and then, into my old self-pity bag or my grandiosity, may I not be discouraged but grateful. At least, I can face myself honestly and not let my delusions get the best of me. Today I will remember, easy does it. That's hilarious because the title of the last episode was Easy Does It, and then I go and turn to this one. There's a theme. Someone wants me to take a lesson to heart, I think. So much comes to mind here, but a little story comes that I wanted to bring up first, as I think comes to the forefront. That feeling of suspicion and self-protection I experience in many ways, but this memory particularly is toward myself. So with regards to my eating disorder, a lot of it, developed around secrecy and telling myself one thing and doing another, and to the point where I lost trust in myself, very much so, almost completely. And so part of program in the beginning for OA is that we report our food to a sponsor on a daily basis. And once I finally got some lasting abstinence with my current sponsor, so this was 6 years ago that I started working with her, maybe 7 years ago. So I reported my food to her for over 5 years straight. And life was getting pretty busy. And right after I had my fourth baby in 6 years, she suggested that I didn't need to text her my food each day because I was having a very hard time keeping up with it. And then there was the guilt and the shame and then trying to remember, not being able to remember everything. And then, feeling like I was keeping stuff from her. It was just a whole hot mess. And so as an act of compassion and trust in me, she suggested that, and it freaked me out because it triggered this old thing in me where I can't trust myself. And if I'm not accountable to someone, I'm going to start getting slippery with the things that I do. And it's really interesting because I even brought it up to her because she suggested, and I was like, yeah, I don't think so. And then a few weeks later, life was not any less chaotic, and she brought it up again. And I was like, okay, to be honest, I don't trust myself. And it scares me a lot, this suggestion that you have. And we decided to give it a try. And, one day at a time, by the grace of God, it's been okay. And in its place, I text gratitudes and things that I did well that day because I'm so hard on myself. This is all per her suggestion. And that's been a really interesting shift in terms of realizing I don't have to immediately be suspicious of myself if I'm not being held accountable to every little thing I do. Meaning that because of the work of the program and the 12 steps, I've actually grown in integrity. Meaning that what I want to present on the outside is what I'm forming interiorly with my thoughts and desires. And this is not just me. This is not just, some little miracle that I created. No, this is the program in action. And I just share that because I want it for you guys as well. And I think that a lot of us have completely lost faith in ourselves. And so for me, and this is my encouragement to you, why I think sponsorship is so important and helpful and healing is that my sponsor trusted in me far more than I trusted in myself and continually loves me and teaches me how to love myself because of her going before me and showing me how. So shout out to all you sponsors out there. Thanks for all that you do. You're amazing. One day at a time. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.